When it comes to improving communication skills, हम कभी यहाँ से सीखते हैं, कभी वहाँ से सीखते हैं. We are getting something from here and there. But when it comes to improving in a proper way, we need to follow a structure. जैसे पहले ये करना है, उसके बाद सेकंड स्टेप, फिर थर्ड स्टेप. So what are those steps so that we can improve our communication skills?
So steps is, first we need to analyze how are we communicating. हम कैसे किसी और से बात कर रहे हैं, आप उसको नोट करो. And then whenever it's in your corporate world or it's outside corporate world, when you're in a social meet or any of that sort, observe people around you. That's very important. You need to have the power of observation and feedback. Always try getting your feedback from your friends and family. So they will give you a very constructive feedback on how you can improve your communication. Also, observe people around you. How are they talking to each other? How are they talking to their higher authorities? Yeah, absolutely. So these things are very important. So we should never underestimate the power of observation and the power of feedback. So accordingly, as in when you get feedback and as in when you observe and as in when you see how you're communicating, you can automatically start improving. Now, if you want to communicate better, if you want to improve your English, spoken English, try reading books. If you can't read books, you can very well read newspapers. If you can't do that also, there are so many influencers on Instagram, on LinkedIn, who are constantly putting content on how you can improve your communication. You can follow them. You can get some references from them. You can get some ideas from them. And then what you can do is you can try preparing speeches, short speeches, and try practicing in front of a mirror. Yeah. So when you practice in front of a mirror, you can actually see how you're presenting yourself in terms of your body language, in terms of your smile, in terms of your eye contact, in terms of how you're communicating. Also, when you're communicating, make it very interactive. Try and engage your audience. Try and engage people around you. Try and ask them some questions. Give them some time to speak as well. So I think these are very important when you consider how you can improve or how you can structure your communication better. You can follow these process, and this is definitely going to help you.
Absolutely. I totally agree with your points. Because, if we want to improve our communication, there is only one way to improve our communication: by communicating and observing and improving. So if you want to improve, you just have to observe and you just have to do the same. What you are supposed, if I am speaking well and you want to improve, learn from me, observe me. How am I speaking? The way I am communicating. You just need to understand कि वो बंदा कैसे बात कर रहा है, उसकी way of talking क्या है, उसका body language क्या है, उसकी किस बात पे मुझे हंसी आ रही है या कुछ emotion feel हो रहा है, क्यों feel हो रहा है. If you focus on that, you will understand कि there is some pattern. If you follow that pattern, you will be able to speak better as you want to speak. Because we have a dream. मुझे उसके जैसा बात करना है, मुझे उसके जैसा speaker बनना है. And second point, I just want to add that you should record as well. Because we are a great judge. जैसे हमें लगता है ना, यार वो बंदा अच्छा नहीं बात कर रहा है, वो फंबल कर रहा है, उसकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज अच्छी नहीं है. So if we record ourselves, we will be also doing the same for ourselves. यार मैं अच्छा दिख नहीं रहा, मैं अच्छा बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ गलत कर रहा हूँ. So जैसे एक मेजरमेंट होता है ना कि हम जब जिम जाते हैं तो एक मेजरमेंट होता है कि फर्स्ट डे आपका वेट 70 kg था, 7वें दिन 70 से कितना कम हुआ या ज्यादा हुआ. So if you measure that, for that you just have to record yourself. Is there any way to measure instead of recording? How we can measure communication?
So through Toastmasters, now since I'm a member of Toastmasters, I got this wonderful platform to explore my public speaking skills, and I got really constructive feedbacks that what you can improve in your speech. So I think we should join a community that gives us a platform to speak on any topic, and then welcome all the constructive feedback that people are trying to offer you. And those people who are giving you feedbacks, they are either public speakers or they are very strong speakers. They have experience in that particular category. Second thing, before your speech, always practice your speech in front of your family and friends. You
Yeah.
need not have a very large audience. So this
Yeah.
is personally something that I have followed. So every time before my speech in Toastmasters, I used to prepare my speech well ahead, and I
Yeah.
used to rehearse my speech just in a room, only me, only I used to be there, and I used to rehearse. Once I felt I'm confident and I know my speech, I used to call my parents, my sisters, or my friends, and I
Yeah.
used to make them sit and I used to tell them, now you hear me out. So I used to speak, and then they used to give me the feedback.
Yeah.
Also, you can record the timing. That's very important, because whenever you're giving a public speech, there is a certain time that you have to follow, ideally 5 minutes to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So just see if your speech is fitting into that particular time category. Of
Yeah.
course, plus and minus 30 seconds, grace is allowed, but nothing more than that. So we
Yeah.
need to also focus on that. So I think through these ways, we can build our communication, we can become better public speakers. This is something. And also, very important is the art of storytelling.
Yeah.
Whenever you're giving a speech, try and give your speech as a story in three parts. Like that is a pattern that we follow in Toastmasters. That's why I'm recommending that. So try and give three short stories, and through stories, people relate a lot more. If I'm just going to give a normal speech, people might not relate. But when I'm trying to convey a story, people will be interested to hear what I'm speaking. Also, another very important factor is empathy. You need to be emotional in your speech. You need to empathize with the audience. You need to create a pattern where the audience is engaged with you emotionally. They
Okay.
relate with you emotionally. So
Yeah.
when you try and bring emotions into your speech, it definitely adds a wow factor. People will remember you, and people will say, yes, that day she had spoken and she told us this story of hers. So people will
Absolutely.
not remember the words, people will remember your story and the
Yeah.
emotions associated. So I
Yeah.
think through these means, you can make your communication and your public speaking skills better.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll, as I told you earlier, that we will improve our communication and public speaking just by doing it. So we just have to speak
Yes.
in front of people. We just have to make a script or the speech and present in front of people or the family members. The most comfortable place we have is in our family, that in speaking in front of our family members. So if we can
Yes.
present there, we can present in front of other
Yes.
people as well.